Every 11 minutes in America, a motorcycle vanishes without a trace. That's not some made-up statistic. That's the reality facing riders across the country right now. Professional thieves can steal your pride and joy in less than 60 seconds. And here's the kicker. Only 42% of stolen bikes are ever recovered. The rest? Stripped for parts, shipped overseas, or used in other crimes. Let's count down the 5 most shocking methods thieves are using right now to steal motorcycles. And I promise you, number 1 will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about motorcycle security. Number 5, the snatch and grab. Coming in at number 5 is what police call the snatch and grab. This is when thieves target motorcycles parked in public places, especially in urban areas like California, which leads the nation with nearly 10,000 thefts last year alone. Here's how it works. 2 thieves on a scooter pull up next to your parked motorcycle. The passenger hops off, breaks your steering lock with a hard kick or twist, something that takes just seconds, and then simply rides your bike away while his buddy follows on the scooter. What makes this method so effective is its simplicity and speed. Most riders think their steering lock is enough protection when they're just running into a store for a few minutes. But the truth is, a determined thief can snap that lock in seconds. Back in July of last year, over 6,300 motorcycles were stolen in a single month. That's the peak season for thefts, and many of those were taken using this exact method. The most targeted bikes for this technique aren't the high-end models you might expect. It's actually budget scooters like the Honda PCX 125, which had over 1,800 thefts last year. Why? Because they're easy to steal and there's a huge market for their parts. So how do you protect against the snatch and grab? First, always use a disc lock with an alarm, even for quick stops. These are small enough to carry with you and make it impossible for the thief to ride away. A good one will set you back about $100, but that's a small price compared to losing your bike. Second, try to park in well-lit areas with security cameras or in designated motorcycle parking where there's usually better security. And third, consider installing a hidden kill switch. This simple modification can be done for under $50 and will prevent the bike from starting, even if they break the steering lock. Number 4, the van lift. Number 4 on our countdown is what's become known as the van lift, and it's become the go-to method for professional theft rings. This technique is shockingly efficient. 3 or 4 thieves pull up in a van, usually in the early morning hours between 2 and 4 a.m. They use poles or sometimes just pure muscle to literally lift the entire motorcycle, regardless of its size, into the back of the van. The whole operation takes about 20 seconds and then they're gone. What makes this method particularly dangerous is that it completely bypasses any steering locks, disc locks, or chains that aren't securing the bike to something immovable. They simply pick up the whole package and sort out the locks later in a secure location. This method is especially common in states like Florida, which has the second highest theft rate in the country with over 4,500 bikes stolen last year. In Jacksonville alone, motorcycle thefts more than doubled from 54 to 137 in just 2 years. The most targeted brands for van lifts are Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Harley-Davidson, and Suzuki. Basically, the most popular brands on the road. These theft rings often work with shopping lists of specific models that have been requested for parts. To protect against the van lift, you need to make your bike impossible to move. First, always secure your motorcycle to something immovable like a ground anchor or heavy fixture using a heavy-duty chain. The chain should go through the frame, not just the wheel, which can be removed. Second, consider installing a GPS tracker in a hidden location on your bike. Professional thieves will look for obvious trackers, so hide it well. This won't prevent the theft, but it dramatically increases your chances of recovery. Third, if you have to park in a vulnerable location overnight, consider using a motorcycle cover with an alarm. Not only does this hide which model you have, but the alarm will trigger if anyone tries to remove the cover or move the bike. Number 3, the relay attack. At number 3, we have a high-tech method that's becoming increasingly common, the relay attack. This targets motorcycles with keyless ignition systems, and it's frighteningly sophisticated. Here's the scary part. Thieves can steal your bike without ever having your key. They use electronic relay devices that can capture and amplify the signal from your key fob, even if it's inside your house, and relay that signal to your motorcycle. These devices, which used to be expensive specialized equipment, can now be purchased online for about $100. With them, thieves can fake your key's presence from over 100 meters away. That means they can start and steal your bike while your key fob is sitting on your nightstand. This method is particularly effective against newer, high-end motorcycles with keyless systems. The thief simply walks near your house with one device to capture your key's signal, while an accomplice stands by your motorcycle with another device that tricks the bike into thinking the key is present. To protect against relay attacks, first, store your key fob in a Faraday pouch when not in use. These signal-blocking pouches cost about $15 and completely block the key's signal from being captured. Second, consider installing an aftermarket alarm system with its own immobilizer that works independently from the factory keyless system. Third, use physical deterrents like disc locks and chains in addition to your electronic security. A relay attack can start your bike, but it can't break a good chain or disc lock. Number 2, the inside job. Coming in at number 2 is what might be the most disturbing method on our list: the inside job. This isn't about random thieves. This is about organized crime rings that have turned motorcycle theft into a $3 million per month business in the United States. These operations are sophisticated and often involve multiple layers. First, there are spotters who identify valuable targets and their patterns. They might follow you home from a bike meet or watch your routine to learn when your motorcycle is most vulnerable. Then there are the actual thieves who execute the theft, using any of the methods we've already discussed. Finally, there are the chop shops that can strip a stolen motorcycle for parts in under 2 hours. One bust in California led to 51 arrests and the recovery of nearly $1 million in stolen bikes and parts. But for every ring that gets caught, many more operate undetected. What makes inside jobs particularly effective is that these thieves often have insider knowledge. They might know which security systems are easiest to bypass or have connections at dealerships or repair shops that give them access to key codes or security information. There's even a growing scam where sellers plant hidden GPS trackers on bikes they sell, use them to steal the bike back after the sale, strip or resell it, and then repeat the scam with a new buyer. To protect against inside jobs, first, be careful about sharing information about your motorcycle, its location, or your routine on social media or at public gatherings. Second, if buying a used motorcycle, always have it thoroughly inspected by a trusted mechanic who can look for hidden trackers or signs of tampering. Third, consider joining owner groups for your specific motorcycle model. These communities often share information about theft techniques and can alert you to suspicious activity in your area. Number 1, the digital hijack. And now, the number 1 most shocking method thieves are using to steal motorcycles in 2025, the digital hijack. This cutting-edge technique targets the increasing number of motorcycles with connected features and electronic control units. Using specialized software and devices, thieves can actually hack into your motorcycle's electronic systems. Once they've gained access, they can disable factory alarms, override immobilizers, and even start the engine without physical damage to the ignition system. The most advanced versions of this attack can be executed in under 90 seconds, and they leave almost no visible evidence that the bike has been tampered with. What makes this method particularly dangerous is that it completely bypasses traditional security measures. Your disc lock, chain, and even your hidden kill switch won't help if a thief can simply tell your bike's computer to ignore them. The digital hijack is becoming the preferred method for stealing high-value motorcycles, especially in states with high recovery rates like Wyoming, where 74% of stolen motorcycles are eventually found. Why? Because this method doesn't damage the bike, preserving its value for resale. To protect against the digital hijack, first, if your motorcycle has connected features, always keep its software updated. Manufacturers regularly release security patches to address vulnerabilities. Second, consider installing an aftermarket alarm system that operates independently from your motorcycle's electronic systems. Third, use a combination of physical and electronic security measures. A good strategy is to use a disc lock with alarm, a heavy-duty chain, and a hidden GPS tracker. This creates multiple layers of security that a thief would need to overcome. Fourth, and perhaps most importantly, consider disconnecting your motorcycle's battery when storing it for extended periods. This simple step makes electronic hacking impossible. So there you have it, the 5 most shocking methods thieves are using to steal motorcycles across America right now. From the simple snatch and grab to the sophisticated digital hijack, thieves are constantly evolving their techniques. But here's the good news. By understanding how these thefts happen, you can take effective steps to protect your ride. Remember, the best protection is a layered approach. Always use physical deterrents like disc locks with alarms and heavy-duty chains. Consider electronic security like hidden kill switches and GPS trackers. Be mindful of where and how you park your motorcycle. Keep your key fob in a signal-blocking pouch when not in use. And stay informed about the latest theft techniques in your area. The reality is that no security system is 100% effective against a determined, professional thief with enough time. But the goal isn't to make your motorcycle impossible to steal. It's to make it difficult enough that thieves move on to an easier target. Most motorcycle thefts are crimes of opportunity. By eliminating that opportunity, you dramatically reduce your risk. If you found this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos on motorcycle security and maintenance. In the comments below, I'd love to hear about any security measures you've taken that have worked for you, or any close calls you've had with motorcycle theft. Ride safe, stay secure, and I'll see you in the next video.